What if I told you that this development is not in the Maldives but in Abu Dhabi? Today I'm going to be showing you the beautiful Ramhan Islands project by Eagle Hills. So hopefully by the end of this video you are going to know whether this is something you would want to invest in or even potentially call your future home. So without any further ado, let's get into it. My name is Vince. So this is Ramhan Island, Abu Dhabi's answer to the Palm Jumeirah in Dubai, where every single villa faces its own beach. Now this is a super unique product. There is basically no direct comparable to it anywhere in the UAE because again, every single villa is beachfront. There is not a single one that you can find that is not single row and also doesn't offer direct beach access. And the best part is that it's roughly half the price of a comparable villa in Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. The way that this project is built is that you have a bunch of these mini islands connected together via road. So you can choose which one you like the most, pick your villa, and also it will have a marine as well, where you will have food and beverage options, so F&B, and a community feel to the whole project as well. You have premium finishes. This is not a budget product by any means. You have a pool and also the beach on the front of the villas, and then you have greenery and privacy behind. So I would say this is an amazing project for any person or family who really values privacy, still wants to be in a location where you can get anywhere central in Abu Dhabi in 15 to 20 minutes, but also loves nature and wants to have some of that beachfront lifestyle. The developer purposely didn't fill every single inch of land in this development. They could have built a lot more villas as well. They could have done, double row units, but they actually purposely made it very open and left a lot of green space for park and also, just for the roads, so that you can have complete privacy on both sides, no neighbors looking into your garden or no one looking onto your balcony. If you step off your terrace, you are going to have this beautiful turquoise looking water in front of you. And it's not a shared beach, right? It's not a community beach. It's actually your private beach in front of your villa, which is super unique. Now, you have everything from smaller family villas to even a whole private mansion. So the smallest units start from 3 bedrooms all the way up to 7-bedroom mansions. And the first handovers are actually going to start already at the end of next year. So if you want something that will be ready in 2027, this is one of the very few options where you can still buy directly from the developer on a payment plan, but your villa will be completed pretty soon in the future. You also have buggies throughout the whole island, which you can use, to go to the marina, go to a restaurant, or do any sort of entertainment. So far, they haven't announced any apartments yet in this community, but we are expecting the developer to release some and announce them either at the end of this year or maybe next year in the marina district. But all of the private island parts are not going to have any apartments. So if low density is a priority for you and also again the privacy, then this is a really good option to consider in Abu Dhabi. In terms of the location, Ramhan Island is really well located. It's right next door to Yas Island. You also have Jubail Island pretty close to it, which is another great villa community. Saadiyat Island is just a short 10 to 15 minute drive, and Abu Dhabi City is also only around 20-minute drive away. So if you are working, for example, in ADGM or you have an office there, it's still not going to be a long commute to get there. But if you want to go to Yas Island for entertainment, or you want to go to Saadiyat Island, have a nice lunch at the beach there, you're very close to all of these amazing locations in Abu Dhabi. The developer, which is a super important part when we are looking at such a grandiose master plan, is Eagle Hills. So Eagle Hills was founded by Mohammed Alabar, who is also the same person who founded Emaar Properties. So you are basically going to be getting that same level of quality and certainty as well that you would get with Emaar products in Dubai, but in Abu Dhabi. They've built the Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, and pretty much all of downtown Dubai. So obviously Emaar is a company that anybody who's ever invested or even looked into Dubai real estate knows about. or even if you just visited Dubai, you've seen Emaar signs everywhere. And Eagle Hills actually operates in 20 plus countries already. So this is not a small company by any means. This is a proper big developer. And the construction is already underway. As you can see on this update video, construction update video from them, it's already taking its shape. And if you go there in person, you can also view one of their show villas, which if you want to check out, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help you to arrange that. But yeah, you can also see their show villa. You can see the quality that they offer and just how this entire community is going to feel, which is a huge upside, especially if you are not just buying as an investment, but also you want to live in it, right? It's important that you get the exact feel of the product that you are buying off plan. In terms of the payment plan, if you're buying directly from the developer, you only have to put down a 10% down payment to secure your villa, and then you pay 40% in stages during the construction, and then on handover is when the remaining 50% is due, which you can mortgage if you are eligible. In terms of the current available options for villas, we have to check exactly what is available from the developer. So if you are interested, feel free to reach out to me on WhatsApp. And they have 3 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, and even 7 bedrooms available. You can see the rough prices. So basically the cheapest entry point into this community at the moment is around 13.5 to 14 million dirhams. And if you want something large, like a 6 or 7 bedroom, you do want to expect to be paying north of 20 million dirhams, which can sound like a lot of money, and don't get me wrong, it definitely is. But for the value that you are getting, right, if you think about it, you are getting a beachfront, amazing modern villa with high quality finishes on a private island in a jurisdiction that's still 0% capital gains, 0% income tax, and only 9% corporate tax. That's a really good, combination. Like, you wouldn't be getting anywhere near this kind of product, even in Dubai, but let alone any other country like Monaco that has, similar tax advantages. Now, one thing that the developer has done here, which is really smart in my opinion, is that you actually cannot resell your units until you have paid 50% of the price. They don't issue NOCs at any point, right? And what this has done is that this created an environment where only really serious and committed buyers are in this market, and it keeps the flippers away. It keeps the speculators who like to buy an off-plan property to try to flip it at a higher price away from this project, or at least really minimizes them, right? Because you have to commit a lot of capital before you could sell it to someone else on the secondary market. So this meant that there has been basically no distressed sellers even throughout the regional conflict in this project. There was no panic selling, no flipping driven price crashes. It's also, again, held very resilient through the tensions. And also, this is one of those products where whether we are in a down market or in an up market, if we are in a down market, this is one of the last asset classes to fall because of how unique of a product it is and because of how prime real estate that you are buying. And if we are in an up market, this is one of the first things that would generally appreciate. If we are comparing this to Palm Jebel Ali, which in my opinion is one of the closest competitors that we can look at, the reason I'm looking at Palm Jebel Ali is because most villas on the Palm, the original Palm Jumeirah, are very old. They need renovation. The renovated ones are way more expensive than Ramhan Island, and also, just the water quality and everything else in the original Palm Jumeirah, it doesn't come close to what you are going to be getting on Ramhan Island. So if we are looking at the new and upgraded Palm Jebel Ali, in terms of the entry price, it is higher for Palm Jebel Ali, but you are getting also, a bigger square foot villa on the lower end. But again, you can get in at a lower price for a smaller villa on Ramhan Island. The price per square foot is slightly higher on Ramhan Island compared to Jebel Ali, but you are also going to be competing with a lot less units, way less units overall in the future. The payment plan is much better on Ramhan Island from an investor point of view. It's 50-50 with only 10% down, whereas on Jebel Ali, most of the villas that you could get from the developer were 70-30 or 80-20, so you would have to put down a lot more money before handover. And another thing that I really want to emphasize is that Ramhan Island in 2 to 3 years is going to be basically completely finished, right? In the sense that it's going to be fully built. There's not going to be much construction going on. It's going to be a live community already. Whereas Palm Jebel Ali, in my opinion, is going to take at least 10 years to feel like really completed. Because if we look at just Palm Jumeirah, which is half the size of Palm Jebel Ali, there's still projects handing over today, right? And I'm talking about big developments like Serenia Living, for example, which handed over recently. There's still construction going on in Palm Jumeirah. So why would Palm Jebel Ali completely be finished and constructed in a couple of years? That is not likely to happen. I'm not saying that Palm Jebel Ali is bad. I think it's also a really great project with some, incredible assets that you can purchase there. But you do have to factor in that that is going to take a longer time for it to fully mature as a community compared to Ramhan. In terms of a water quality perspective, Palm Jebel Ali is better than the original Palm Jumeirah. They improved the water flow, but it is still, more artificial than the actual natural sea water and the mangroves that you get on Ramhan Island. The water is absolutely like clear and beautiful on Ramhan. Ramhan Island is going to be much more low density than Palm Jebel Ali. So if that's something that's important to you, these are definitely benefits. If we look at why this project actually stands out, these are just some of the key reasons. First of all, the product itself. You have 100% beachfront villas that are all single row and also amazing finishes and quality. Then we have a great location next to Yas and minutes away from the city. Then we have the developer, which is Eagle Hills, basically a sister company of Emaar. Then also we have the payment plan. So it's 50-50 with just 10% down. And then you have also that asset and price protection point of view where there isn't a lot of flippers buying and selling these. So it really guards your value. When you're buying a villa for 13.5 to even 25 million dirhams or even more than that, right? You want to make sure that that asset is going to hold its value because you're basically parking your money there and letting it grow over time. So that no flipping policy, it really helps with that point of view so that your money is not going to fluctuate in the sense that it's sitting in that villa. So if you want to see what's currently available to purchase from Eagle Hills, then feel free to reach out to me. You can also scan this QR code or message me on WhatsApp on this phone number. And I'm super happy to assist you with, first of all, seeing what's available, going through the different options, seeing which one would be the best fit for you and potentially your family as well. If we find something, great. If we don't, then I'm also happy to assist with looking at other options in Abu Dhabi if needed. So I hope you enjoyed this video and hope you found it insightful, and I will see you in the next one.